Welcome to StoryForge Adventures, where only creativity can save you.
Welcome to the latest edition of StoryForge Adventures, the literary inspired TTRPG. A lot has happened. We've gone from jailbreaks to rescue missions to hanging out in a hostel for a little bit. And now our team has, after escaping throughout the lower city of Scriptoria, split off from one of their party members, Taria, and in a quest to get to Neratoropolis, where they hope to reunite with her, have come across Vesper, a member of the Crumpled Note. As they continue to try to get to Neratoropolis, they have encountered, some setbacks. The adversary, a generated version of Scarlet, Kavi, Kartik, and Taria stalk them throughout the night, leading them to hide in a hidden cave, which narrowly avoided being found by the adversary, only to potentially have been visited by the adversary in the dreams of Scarlet. Unsure. Then, as they took off out the hole, running in more or less the wrong direction, they have since doubled back and are now greeted by a wall of raging storms, just rain, lightning, wind, thunder. What do you want to do?
Ah,
Good question. Do
ah,
we try and find cover from the storm? I know we've
yes.
left our cave, but could we see if there's I don't know, even like some good
You're
tree cover?
Yeah, you're pretty
Anything
far
but the
outside the cave.
cave.
Yeah, you're pretty far away from the
It's
cave
gonna,
at this
I'm pretty
point.
sure I'm
if we
like
go
pretty
back,
far
it's
from
gonna
that
flood.
cave, so
That is true. It could
yeah, it
flood.
could flood too.
That is certainly an idea that I did not have until right now, but it's certainly good.
We gotta
Why
stop
would
giving
you
the DM
do
ideas.
that?
I listen. It's okay.
I
If
mean,
I don't
it
think
sounded
about
like
it,
a pretty valid thing that could
Actually, in
happen.
retrospect, I did describe it. It's at the bottom of the hill, so it would have made sense if it did
Yeah,
flood.
yeah, it
So,
would have, and it went down. So,
yeah.
and we don't know if it had an end
Yep,
or
there was
not.
no
So,
exploration done whatsoever. So,
if I
nope.
don't ask that question, then it's going to come
It
up
would have
later.
happened. Yeah.
Exactly.
you
Yep.
guys have indirectly made everything so much worse for yourselves, and I love it.
Is that
Yeah,
not how
probably.
D&D works?
I'm
How
not sure that's how it's
TTRPGs as a
supposed to
whole
be,
work?
but all right.
Can it just be
So,
nice walk in the park, please?
you had
Nope.
that while you were in jail, and you ruined it. So, all right, who would like to try and look for somewhere to hide? Or I guess,
I
are you looking
can,
for cover? Are you looking for somewhere to hide? Like, what exactly are you looking for?
How
feel
bad
like,
is the storm?
yeah.
Uh, I don't necessarily, it's not necessarily like a tornado, but you would not be surprised if one formed.
Okay, we need
Shoot. So we
shelter.
need shelter, not
Yeah, that's
not
bad.
cover.
Can I look for shelter?
Sure, give me a proofreading check.
Proofreading. How am I a scout with
You're
no
you're
proofreading?
telling me that a tornado may form?
Yeah, like
Yes.
the chillest storm ever. Like what?
Yeah, this
Oh
walk in
yeah,
the
it's
park
not that
storm.
bad. It's just
And
probably
Scarlet wants
tornado.
to run through it?
I'd like
Yep.
to point out
Well,
that these were all
Yeah.
predetermined by your guys' dice rolls. This is nothing I came up with to punish you, so this is your own fault.
I
Wait,
mean,
I get a
really? It was all
12.
random?
100%
Oh,
just
yeah.
run through it.
No, you're gonna get picked up and die.
No, I can go to Emerald City.
I literally cannot
The
fix you
land
if
of
you die.
Oz. I can go to the land of Oz. I
Yeah?
will no longer be Pinocchio. I will be Dorothy.
Do, do you bring a dog with you? Can I be that dog? Like,
Hell yeah.
I can
See,
bring
your
Kavi's
dog,
gonna be the
please?
dog. Toto.
So
Toto!
are you looking for
rolled-
shelter or are you trying to
Oh
run
my
for it?
god.
I rolled a 12 to look for shelter.
Okay, so
Not great.
you've been outside a lot, and even with your outdoors experience, like you were starting to panic because this is a big storm. Things are swirling. You're seeing trees kind of get that kind of noise that they sound like when they bend and wave in the wind. And if you remember out here, it's kind of strange. Like it wasn't really sure what it wanted to do. So there's plains, there's hills, there's trees, there's forest, and the best you can see is there is what looks to be like a small forest, maybe like some pine trees and stuff like that. They seem like they're kind of clustered together. You're still gonna get wet, but that's the closest you could find to actually any kind of like cover or shelter.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd suggest we go find to this forest
Are
and
we
get a little
still
shelter.
in the move? Are we like still running or something?
I
Like, am I
assumed you
still
kind of like stopped when you saw the
Okay.
storm coming at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suggest we go to this forest for some shelter and hope for the best.
Can
There's
I
not much else around here.
can I also try to help to
Yep.
see if I can find like something that would help us? I don't know. I'm hoping that if I roll better, it can give us more of an indication of how we
What
would not die.
what are you looking for to help you?
No, just like to provide more like stable shelter. I'm worried if a fucking tornado comes in, that it's going to just lift all the trees and us with the trees. So that's kind of like something, a solid structure or like a cave that is not downhill so it doesn't get flooded or something like that that is a little bit more stable than just trees.
Okay, so from what you've seen, there's been minimal like actual caves other than the one that you found, and that seemed to be kind of a diamond in the rough that would not have been found without a nat 20. Um, so most
So we're
likely
fucked.
at best you're looking at some some rock outcroppings that you can hide behind, or if you want to try and roll a peer review check, you can potentially try to find your way back to that initial cave.
No, you're gonna float it. I don't trust you.
And
I do not
we'll see what
trust you.
happens.
No,
I told you it was a
Sorry
I
very
for bringing
large
that
cave,
up.
and you did nothing. So
I did not know. Scared. Let's just go
I
do
can't
whatever Vesper
believe.
said, and
Maybe we
hopefully we're
just.
not going to be all Dorothy.
Um,
Although the way you have described being Dorothy does sound quite fun.
I don't like this, guys.
you're going
Yeah.
for the trees.
I
Yeah.
guess.
We don't
Man.
really have another
Yeah,
choice.
I hate that too. We don't have a choice. I personally would like to outrun it, but I am not going to leave you guys behind.
Well,
Again.
Coffee would be on your back, probably. She would just jump on top of you and be like, "Take me. Let's
I
go."
would. I would carry you. I feel
I
like I'm
mean,
strong enough.
you could
I
certainly
got
try to
strong.
tell you what. Roll me a. No, let's do a peer review check and see if you could decipher like how you can see the storm is coming, but you can't necessarily tell how big the storm is. Is it a quick storm cell that's going to pass through, or is it a monster thing?
My roll was garbage and I got a 5.
Nope, not sure. Can't really
Hey
tell.
guys,
But
does anyone know anything about storms?
What was the check to know about
That
storms?
also,
do you know if the storm
peer
looks
review would kind of to determine like how bad is the storm, how big is the storm, see if you can get an
Yeah.
idea. It's very hard to
I've got
tell
no
from the
idea.
ground.
I've got
So-
no idea, guys. I'm not too sure.
I don't have I'm not good in that skill, so
We're all
Off to a
I'm
good-
good at that
Dario would
skill.
know! I start
Wait.
crying.
I mean,
Immediately.
I have a high fact checking skill if you wanted general facts on a storm, but
I don't think you can, tell the storm to come correct or get corrected and scare it
Yeah.
away.
nope.
Would you mind if I did the peer review check?
Absolutely, go for it.
God.
Uh-oh. Anyways, I got a 17. That's a 19.
Hell
Okay.
yeah!
Yeah, there
Okay,
you go.
Gabby knows a lot about storms.
So Kavi, you just get this moment where the rain just kind of breaks for just a moment, and you can kind of get a gauge of how deep the clouds go. Roll a d20 for me. If it is a 11 or higher, it is a big storm cell. If it's a 10 or less, it's a quick storm that will pass
Couldn't you
within
have
like an
said
hour
that?
or two.
Couldn't you have said that fast? It's an 11.
So it's a big one. So your best guess is
Ah.
that this will take probably 3-ish hours at a minimum to pass through, depending
Okay.
on the way the winds go.
Then
Guys, I don't know if we should be in this forest for this.
and then maybe we should just
Currently, you're in the middle of a field, so a forest does seem like a better
is
option.
a
I'm not
better
gonna lie.
It's a
option.
better
but
option, but
should we just run then?
Can we? Is the forest
How
like
fucking
very
fast can we
opposite to
run?
where
don't
Narotropolis
know.
is? Do we know? Or is there a way to try to make our way through the forest?
So the forest is not particularly big, but it's big enough that you feel it could offer you some shelter against the elements. It is generally in the direction of Naratopolis.
Well,
Like if
maybe.
Naratopolis is here, you're kind of going like still forward.
What
but
if we just kind of like
We run through the
keep
forest.
keep going through the forest, not necessarily stay there, so that
Yeah.
way if the storm is very bad and it's affecting our surroundings, we're still on the move.
So you want to
Yeah.
kind of just like jump from location to location as you can
In the
potentially see them?
forest.
Yeah.
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 Well, again, this forest is like maybe like
Oh
half a
God.
mile.
Okay, I like the idea of jumping from one
Yeah.
to one, and then if
Yep.
you know how
Yep.
storms sometimes they get like very, very, very harsh, and then they dwindle a little bit, and then they get really harsh again to kind of use that. I am explaining all of this to them. Like maybe we can just use that as a way to kind of like still make our way
You're hearing
through
the thunder in the background.
Oh God.
I believe we should
Aha,
move
that
as
storm
you
module
talk.
Yes.
I installed really did wonder.
Yes, let's do that then.
You know, guys.
All right, so everyone starts hustling, and as you're getting your bloop, 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 the rain is just starting, and as you get in the trees, and it's just absolute downpour. The trees are not quite as thick as you might have thought, so there is still a fair amount of water coming down. You're definitely getting wet, but it's certainly better than just being out in the middle of the downpour.
Hey, Kartik, do you hate water?
Yeah. I'm not
So
happy.
does this bother you?
Yeah.
I like to think Kartik has like pulled his shirt up over his ears.
He's
Yeah,
all
I
like-
look like a
He's
sad
like
wet
this.
cat.
You
The
know
only
what,
difference now is
Kartik?
that you're wet, so
Thankfully, I have a hood to
no.
just put over my head.
I
kinda
am
deserve
I have a hood, so I'm
embracing
like-
the rain. And then from time to time, I grab my hair and I do this
You wring it out.
very close to where Kartik is, and then I shake like a dog.
I hate you.
You're wringing
I
your
mean,
hair out
that
like
makes
right
a
over
lot
him.
of sense. That is the reason why you turned me into a monster.
Yeah.
So yeah, you hate me.
Yeah, you
That-
kind of did that, so I think you deserve this, and you shouldn't have called her Pinocchio, honestly, man.
Oh, I didn't say
right.
no.
So as you're as this conversation is happening, I assume you're moving towards the edge, and you get to basically where about as far as you think you can get before the downpour is really going to get you. And who would like to try to identify a new place to run to?
Me.
Go for it. I need a proofreading check with disadvantage.
Man, come on.
It's a downpour. There's wind. There's thunder. There's lightning.
Everyone is wet.
I
We're all
got.
soggy.
I was like, it's a disadvantage. The first thing I rolled was a 3. I'm like, oh Jesus, I better not get any lower. Second thing I got was a 2.
So
What is
Kartik,
this,
you're
proof-
just trying to
proofreading
wipe
check?
you're just too there's just too much going on. You're trying to wipe the water
Oh,
out
it's
of
a,
your
it's a
eyes,
3
your
because I have a plus
fur.
1.
It's still a 3, yeah.
And you cannot make out anything other than just some vague shapes in through the sheets of rain. You have no idea if there's anything out there.
We go that way.
That way? She's pointing in a
Uh,
completely different direction.
That way. This one.
Oh no, the cat's dying.
We go that way.
What a shame that would be.
Oh my
Well,
god,
you are the
guys.
ones who said that your team needed
Alright,
to stick
screw it.
together.
Kartik,
So maybe the
are
cat should not
you
die.
leading them in a direction?
No,
Okay.
I'm not. I'm definitely not leading them in a direction.
I can.
Can I try to help? Like, see a possible way to go next?
Sure, you can attempt the same thing, proofreading at disadvantage.
Uh,
Or if someone would like to help her, you could
Ugh.
roll at even strength.
both of my rolls were garbage. What was it? The roll?
Proofreading.
Nobody even helped you.
7.
I was about to say that I would help you, and then you spoke up that both my rolls were bad. I was like, oh, okay. Well,
I mean, both of them were bad. It got a 7. The other one was a 9. I don't think it would have changed a lot.
You can see that there is like maybe a shadow out there that seems to be steady, but you're not sure what it
A
is.
shadow like a person?
Uh-oh.
It's pretty big. It's big enough that you can see it, and you're not sure how far out it is, but you can tell there is definitely something that is not moving. It could be 10 feet wide, it could be 20 feet wide. You're not certain.
But like, it looks like a structure.
It looks like a shape in the rain. You have
Oh my
no
god,
idea.
if it's the adversary, I'm just gonna dig my own grave
It is
right now.
it is too big to be the adversary.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, like a
I will
house.
I will
just
throw you
point
that
out the
mode.
shadow to all of them. And be like,
Okay.
hey, I see that thing, but I don't know
That's
where
what
it
I
is. Should we
said.
go?
That's what I said.
No, you were pointing in that other direction.
okay,
No.
let us
Wait,
go.
hang on. Which way? Where are you? Wait, hang on. Where?
Yeah,
That
you were
long hair
pointing there,
Kartik
I'm
just
pointing
constantly
there.
just like lifting the
Yeah.
hair out of his eyes.
Yeah.
It's like, flicking
Oh,
it back.
God. That's how I feel today. I walked outside for 2 seconds and I have so much allergies. My eyes are like dead.
Yeah, same.
Can we just go towards the shadow? Like
Let's go.
maybe
go.
we might find a house. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just don't
we go
wanna
that
be out
way.
in the
That's what
rain.
I was saying. Let's
Yeah.
go.
No, you weren't saying go that way. That you pointed in the opposite direction,
Vesper is
Kartik.
leaving. Vesper's just going towards it. They're done. They're like, all right, I don't want to hear these three
I
argue.
love
Let's just,
this
I'm going.
so much. Okay, let's.
All right.
I'm
But
So
like, if
everyone's
I don't
going?
start moving, they
as
won't.
best as I can. I'm following.
Okay, so I need everyone to roll me we're just gonna do a regular horror check.
Oh
And
God.
this is to find out
what?
if you guys can keep track of each other in the rain.
Oh!
Jesus.
17.
17.
I should have
Yes,
cleansed my dice.
God.
Where?
Yeah, it's Jover. I got a 5.
It's Jover. I
And
got
I
a
got a
I got a
19.
5.
Oh my god, it's so Jover.
What, Kavi, what did you get?
A 19.
So Vesper and Kavi are like together, like, yes, we got this, we're going. And they're just kind of going. They're keeping tabs on it. Yes, and the others are behind us. Scarlet and Kartik just kind of go this direction and they kind of lean back and they have no idea where they're going. And at one point they kind of run into each other
Ah!
and then they realize that
What are you doing here?
they're about
The
15 feet,
adversary.
No, where?
they're about 15 feet in front of where the trees were. So they have
Oh.
made essentially no forward progress.
Oh God.
Where are the others, Kartik? Aren't you
They're not with you?
a cat? Aren't cats supposed to be good with like directions,
It's
guiding
wet.
themselves?
It's wet.
Is wetness your debility? Your
Yes.
weakness?
Yes.
You know
Kar-
what my weakness is? Not having
No,
legs.
don't say. Oh my God. You have legs. They're right there.
They're not mine though.
There are your legs.
No, they're literally not. They were put in prison. It's not even my legs anymore.
Oh.
It's prison legs.
Oh right.
Thank you for that. And then I keep walking.
You're welcome.
It's prison legs. And
So,
I keep
that's some-
walking.
I love that I just broke you guys.
It's like, no, these aren't my legs. These are
Like
prison
they're
legs.
actually not even the ones that I own.
Oh God. Okay, so at a certain point, Vesper and Kavi, you would probably notice probably about halfway to, or what you assume is about halfway to
Halfway.
that shadow. You probably about then you notice that Scarlet and Kartik are not with you.
Hey, Vesper. Were you keeping an eye on them or?
No, I assumed that they were following us. Are they? Oh, they are not behind us.
No. You
That is a
see,
problem.
yeah, I was. You know, Kartik's really smart and all, but you would kind of assume that he would have created like this leash, and it looks like a monkey, and you could put it over someone. And
What?
I love that.
Like
Kartik definitely
the
should have
backpack.
Is
created
it
a
a
leash.
backpack?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
that
is
would be
shaped like a monkey.
Yeah, it would be really useful right now.
I
Anyways,
agree. Those
where
two
are they?
continue to argue,
Uh-huh.
and we need to move.
I'm very cold, and she just turns around, like she stops walking, and she turns around, and she's like, "Can you guys even hear me?"
Can
No, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
shit.
is
Thought so.
thunder, is lightning, is wind. Vesper can barely hear you, and they're like, no, 5 feet away.
Monkey leash would be so helpful, right?
Monkey leash.
Monkey
I love monkey leash.
monkey leash would be very useful right now.
So do you want to go try to find them, or do you want to continue forward?
Probably we should go and find them. I do not know what those two will do when they are alone together.
The monkey leash.
We will be
Probably-
creating the monkey leash.
They would probably be traumatizing each other, not gonna lie, because like Scarlet, she was kind of dealing with Kartik calling her Pinocchio.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I enjoy that you're having this conversation in the middle of like a raging thunderstorm.
Yeah.
We're like walking back, talking very casually,
Like so
Yeah, like-
casually, so
oh, okay.
nice.
Do they always argue like this, or is this a new development?
It's just
I
didn't-
understand that the relationship is strained, yet
Hey,
they
hey,
seem to be on a mission, and arguing all of the time does not help with
I
a mission.
literally did not call
No.
him Pinocchio.
hey, Kavi, do you
No.
have a D100?
yeah.
Roll it for me.
What?
Let me know if you get above a 90.
Why
Oh,
are you
shit.
doing this to me?
That scares me.
I don't wanna.
What's happening?
Can I quit?
Too late.
Can I
Might not be an
quit?
option.
That's an 8.
An 8?
You got an
You
8.
got an 8 on
I got an
D100?
80.
Yeah, you can get a D on. You can get a.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Fine.
That's
Keep going.
nuts.
No. Why did
I
you
don't
tell
like
me to
that.
roll?
Tim.
You're in the middle of a thunderstorm.
I'm very scared.
You have a metal pole on your back.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that.
Well, to be fair, I rolled a D4, and it was whoever the number was going to have to roll for it, because Scarlet is half cyborg, Vesper has cyborg parts, and Kartik has the metal keyboard on his arm.
I
There's a
do.
chance anyone's going to get struck by lightning.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
Hey, Vesper.
God.
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder if lightning will strike us?
Oh my
Quite
God.
often. I do not want to know what happened if I was struck by lightning.
Me neither. So she takes off her staff and she holds it to the vest.
No. I will short.
What?
I will short circuit, and
It's
probably
okay.
fall over. No, it is not okay.
I'm human,
You might
So
not have died.
will
I actually
I.
know someone in real life who got struck by lightning and did not die. So
Yeah, you can.
Okay,
you can
but
survive.
was that person a squishy wizard?
fair, she was not. She probably would have been like a barbarian.
We need to make a little squishy Kavi now that you can
Yeah.
squeeze.
So
Cute.
I assume this is happening as you guys are kind of jogging back in the
Yeah.
general
Yeah.
direction. As you come back there towards the front of the group of trees you left, you just see Scarlet and Kartik just still out in the rain, just kind of yelling at each other.
This is what I expected.
I've literally never called you Pinocchio. I've never said that once, and I've
You didn't think
I-
that my feelings were going to get hurt when you turned me into a monster?
I didn't. I was forced to do that. I didn't think you were gonna. What am I
No,
gonna?
you didn't think that my feelings were going to get hurt.
Hello!
I'm
Neither
not
of you
supposed
have
to hide.
moved.
Hello. What?
You are running in circles, screaming at each other.
Yeah,
Would you like?
What?
legit. Yeah, you didn't realize when we like met
I-
each other that we
I
hadn't
thought we were
moved?
going that way, and I'm pointing in a
The
direction.
different direction. No,
Yeah.
we're not supposed to go that way. We're supposed to go that way, and then I point into also a different direction.
Do we need to get the monkey leash?
What
There
is a
was-
monkey leash?
So
It's a
you know,
leash.
The monkey leash?
with a
It's-
backpack,
it's
and
a
the backpack is
Oh,
shaped
wait,
like a
what?
monkey.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it's very
Do we
cuddly.
need to get some for
Oh,
you
I was
two?
excited.
That sounds cool.
Okay.
Can we go? And then I just hold Cabby's hand. Here we
Aw.
go, so that way Cabby can guide me.
Yeah, we could go.
What do
but
I do? Do I need the monkey? Where's the monkey leash?
Can I roll
You-
for monkey leash?
Yes, roll to see if Kartik's able to follow you. I don't know. Just horror check.
Or a check? Okay.
Feels
Um,
All
right.
of us?
That's a 14.
Okay,
Oh
that's
my
good enough. Kartik,
lord.
you're even though there's no actual monkey backpack on her to hold on to the tail to, you're still able to follow Vesper close enough.
And
sh-
also, I offer my arm, like,
Yeah.
here. Hold on.
I'll grab on.
So you keep going, and it's pretty slow going because the grass is wet, the dirt is wet, it's just muddy, gross, whatever. And you finally come across what that shadow that Scarlet saw was, and it's just a big rock outcropping. Like there's nothing over top you. It's just a big ass rock.
Oh no.
This is
Can
why
we
we
get
need
shelter
to
from
So
stop
you
the
can- if
yelling
you-
at each other and
If you
move.
lean up against
Okay.
it, you can kind of press yourself against it, and like not a lot of water will hit you because it's blowing so hard. So you're kind of out of the wind. You're a little bit out of the water, but it took you a long time to get there.
I'm like, oh, thank God, shelter, and I like, and I try to like go towards the rock, and I'm like reaching my hand out to like open a doorknob or something.
Are you seeing things?
No, that's Cabby.
Oh, okay.
But
I can't see things.
He had the opposite problem.
I have the opposite problem.
I see. I am learning.
All right, so you've got a moment's respite. The storm is still raging. The wind is swirling. You know, that entire journey, partway there, back there again, I'd say that probably took you at least 45 minutes, maybe
Oh,
longer.
Jesus.
So your best guess, based on what Kavi could tell, is there's probably still at least a couple hours left in this storm. Because it was moving, but it was kind of swirling, so it wasn't necessarily just going straight one direction.
Can I check if like there's another big shadow or like if there's somewhere else? I feel like it's going to be pretty pointless if we just stay and wait the storm.
Okay.
So like
Another
somewhere else, a direction to go to.
another proofreading check at disadvantage. Unless someone wants to help.
I can help.
I can help.
What would you
Okay.
like me to do? Is just
Well,
roll?
that would just put her at a straight roll as opposed to disadvantage.
Okay, then I will help.
Well,
Pick the
I
best
still
one.
got a 10.
Oh.
No, I rolled once. I still got a 10.
You know, it's even harder to see here just because like before you had the trees that blocked out some of the water, and now even going like this, like it's still just a sheet of rain going down your hand. And you think you might see a couple of things, but you're really not sure. It's too blurry through the rain.
kind of
Your best guess
trust
is that there's something out there, but it's so hard to see. You couldn't even like tell how big it is.
You can see Vesper's like trying to help by using her eye, but it's not doing anything. She's like, too much rain.
Kavi
Trying
is
to
just
go, guys.
sitting there like at a loss, like how to.
I have to
We're
keep, I
stuck,
have to keep
aren't we?
lifting. I have to
We're going
keep
to die
lifting the
here.
fur over my eyes. We're gonna die.
We're gonna die. Kartik, you're not supposed to agree with me.
Wait, why not?
Wow, you guys are
Did-
agreeing with
Do
each
you
other.
do you
This
think
is
that I
new.
called you Pinocchio now?
No,
What?
I'm saying.
Why are you calling Cabby Pinocchio? That's really
Oh.
rude. You didn't even modify her in any
Oh
way.
my God. Oh my
I'm
God.
saying you shouldn't be agreeing with me. When I'm being pessimistic, you should be optimistic.
Says who?
It's the unspoken law.
I am optimistic that if we keep moving, we will not die.
The powers that be.
Powers
Okay, that is true.
be.
If we die here though,
Die in real life.
What do
No.
you mean? This is real life,
is
Carter.
real
Why are
life.
you being
Yeah,
so
Guys,
weird?
What are you talking about?
God. Let's just go that way.
Okay.
We
We will
die
I
here.
start
continue
going
to
I
that
mean,
way.
you do still have a vague idea of you had to travel mostly kind of like a northwest direction to get to Natropolis. So you guys do still have a vague idea of where northwest is. So you can just head that direction, or
Yep.
you can
Yeah.
continue to
Yeah.
try to look for
Northwest-ish.
things.
Nope, let's
I
just
wanna
keep
head
going.
that.
Northwest-ish. That's it.
Yeah.
Northwest?
Let's go.
Northwest.
Let's just literally just go.
You're just trudging through the rain.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the original plan. I
all we
guess
got.
that's it.
I
Yeah.
need a group handwriting check to see how fast you guys can move. Like
It's
it,
going to suck.
Ooh.
I
No,
keep
no,
getting
no.
freaking 12.
No, no.
Oh,
This is my curse
actually,
number.
I got a 21.
21.
This is
Okay.
the big
I got a
tune.
15.
15?
Yeah,
I
we're
got
pretty
a
good, guys.
13.
This is
13.
pretty good.
Okay. So Alto, there's like some slips here and there, but you managed to cut a pretty decent path. It's still very slow going, but you are at least making progress against the storm. You go for another 45 minutes or so. You're still just in the midst of the middle of the storm. The rain lets up slightly, but as far as you can tell, there's still no end in sight to this storm. Vesper, roll me a D100.
No.
80.
Okay, you're good. You hear blast of lightning, strikes the ground nearby, but doesn't get any of you.
That is a relief.
Jeez.
I raise my issue again. I'm just a human, and if lightning hits me, right, I may fall over.
Lightning's not gonna hit you.
So,
The chance of that happening
Scarlet,
is very, very
she
slim.
holds out her staff to Scarlet.
I'm going to grab the staff, look at Cabby in the
Your
eyes,
staff is metal.
and say,
Oh, yeah, that's
"It's
gonna increase your
okay. I
chances of
want to
getting hurt.
die anyway," and then carry the staff for the rest.
No!
One question, if you die, you will not see your friend again.
Yeah,
The one you have been searching for. Taria,
Yeah.
correct?
yeah.
No, Taria would be really sad.
Okay,
I-
but like, I wouldn't be alive to worry about that.
Hear me out.
Like,
If
don't give me
lightning-
ideas and tell me, hey, would you choose to be electrocuted?
If
And expect
lightning
me to
hits-
do the right thing and say, no, that's awful. No. Have
if
you met
lightning
me?
hits Scarlet, it's fine. You could fix her, right, Kartik?
No! No!
He probably
how
could,
would I
but he
do
wouldn't
that?
be willing to.
What do you mean you can? What can you do?
I mean, you did fuck up with my brain because
Yeah,
I
I
used
can
to
do
have
that.
a code. So if my brain gets electrocuted, you can probably fix it.
Yeah,
I think Abby's right.
That's not. No,
I
that's
think I'm right
not.
too.
Oh no. Oh.
Vesper's just gonna
my
keep going.
God, oh my
Vesper's
God.
like,
Bobby
I
reaches
cannot
back for
do
her
this.
staff and
No,
she takes it
no.
away slowly.
No.
But it's okay. I can
this is
carry
not
it. I don't
good.
mind.
No, I think we should give it to Kartik.
No, I don't want him to die because then who's gonna fix me?
It's not. I can't. Just give me the fucking thing. Jesus.
All right, so
No.
is everyone
Give it to me.
just
Give it to me.
still plodding along? Do you want to look for
Yeah.
anywhere else?
Yeah,
or...
Vesper is like slightly ahead. Like, I do not want to listen to these three argue.
I just grabbed the staff from Kavi.
Why?
Or Scarlet, whoever.
Are you
had
trying
it.
to be a martyr?
Oh my-
It is a valid question. I just wanted to know.
I think
my God.
He desires
Oh
to
my
stop this
God.
conversation.
I think
So
Thank
we
you.
the
can
rain
keep
is getting
moving.
to us.
I
We
do.
are
I
moving
do
as the
desire to
conversation
stop
is
this
happening. We
conversation.
haven't stopped.
You haven't, but you go slower.
So if we all are quiet and move, we will go faster.
You sound like you're very boring. Why don't you like to talk?
Oh my God. You can't say that to people.
There is a
Okay.
reason.
I like canonically
I
have
know.
very bad people
I
skills,
know.
and that is the
I know.
entire problem of how we don't have money because I got scammed multiple times.
I know. I
Mhm.
know.
That is canon.
And also, every single time I try to prove how we are good, I prove it by saying that we have killed people. So I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
they're
why
bad
all of you
people.
are surprised that I am not being a good person socialized.
No, but we killed bad people. It's their fault.
Exactly,
It's
that's
their
what I
fault for not
say.
understanding. It's their
Apparently,
fault
I
for
don't know why
understanding.
they don't understand that when we kill bad people, we are good.
Because
Exactly.
it's
I
still
Exactly.
murder.
agree with that.
It's murder, but I
It's
think
murder,
it's
but it's
right.
good murder. Yeah.
But
Like, for example, the murder that Kartik did to that guy that was
What?
retiring,
Oh,
that he
yeah.
just, like, destroyed his face or something.
Wait, which
See, that
guy?
was self-defense. No, the guards.
Oh yeah, he got his taste for blood.
Yeah. I agree, Kartik. That was good murder, and I'm proud of you. I hug him.
Oh, they are healing.
He's crying, but he's not. I'm crying right now. But he's
I'm
not
proud
actually.
of you embracing your murderer's rage.
They are healing.
Kami's just walking.
Yeah, I think Vesper and Kavi are just like,
No,
like-
lightning hit me.
Can
Don't
I take the
suggest
stuff
it.
from his back?
Okay, so
are we gonna like argue over this stupid staff? Oh my god.
But that's our bid. We argue over everything.
Oh, I know.
You don't like arguing with me, Kartik? I start crying.
But oh my god.
Vesper is absolutely just looking at Kavi like, is this, should we
Normal?
be promoting this?
Listen, I don't endorse anything that they do. I just let them be. Because
Okay.
taking away their identity would be wrong morally.
Understandable. If that is their whole thing,
Jesus
That
I
my
will
heart
continue
was
to allow them
seen.
to do their whole thing.
Well,
All
this
right.
is happening. Like we are moving. We're still
Yes.
moving.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
are
good.
you looking for anything else, or are you just gonna keep trying
I
to
literally just
power
want to get
through?
to Naratropolis.
Yep, I think we just want to.
Yeah, we're just keep walking.
All right, give me another another handwriting check.
Oh no.
No, but yes.
Don't
okay,
say
12.
Tim, I'm gonna say.
I have a 4.
Oh wait, no, it's
I also have a
it's 6,
4.
7, 8, 9. I got a 9. 9,
I'm
not a
trading
12.
dice. The duck is failing me today. I have a 4.
So well, CJ got a creativity point.
Let's go.
You got a nat 1?
No, what? No, I got the other one.
So
Yeah, no.
you got to a part where it's really kind of uphill and it's just sheer mud, and it's to the point where you're slipping, you're falling, you're tangled up in each other, and you are basically making zero progress. Like you finally try to go around it, but it's such a big, just muddy, hilly mess that it takes you a while and you lose a bunch of time to go that direction. Someone roll me a d20.
I was gonna say I will, but I shouldn't.
It's Kavi's turn.
Okay.
All right.
Go,
here we
Kavi.
Go, Kavi.
12.
That was the bad number last time.
It was. So
That
you do see you do start seeing like there's some forest over there, so it's more than just hills and mud and rocks. So you do see some additional stuff that you can go look at, or try to seek shelter under. But you're not seeing much else beyond that. And you're trying to clock the time, and it's probably mid to late afternoon at this point.
Oh,
Your best guess is you have at
Fuck.
least a couple more hours of potentially, let's say like 2 or 3-ish more hours of storm, but you've made minimal progress in the last 45 minutes to an hour. So I would say Vesper, you would probably know this just because having having to guide people here. Best case, you're still looking at about a day's walk on a good day.
In a good day.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's not today. A good day.
It is not.
No.
Okay. I'll tell the party, I'll be like, okay, we have about a day's walk left. On a good day. Today is not a good day.
So what you're saying is that it's not a day's walk, it is actually a 2 days walk.
About, yes. If you saw
Let's
something,
better start walking now then.
but if you saw
What?
something that could be more shelter, it may be good to rest so that it becomes a good day, and it is only a day's walk. It seems that struggling through the rain has gotten us nowhere thus far.
Yeah. No, I don't
Do
see
we see
anything.
shelter?
So if you would like to continue walking and then we could do like a general kind of group proofreading check, we can see
Yeah.
if anything pops out for you.
Why
Okay,
have we not done this?
Yeah. Because we hadn't seen anything. There were just streets.
so we're just doing
Ah.
a proofreading.
Group proofreading check for me, I
Okay.
guess.
All right.
I got a 6.
Okay.
6?
I got a 6 too.
I
6?
changed dice and the dice still
19
hate
plus
me.
2, 21.
I got a 15.
Plus anything? Just straight
14.
15.
14 plus 1.
14%. Okay. So 2 6s, a 21 and a 15. You deviate from the path you were on a couple of times because you think you see something, but with the rain coming down in sheets, everything is kind of obscured to a sense. So you see a couple outcroppings of trees. There's a couple of trees, nothing worth stopping at. But eventually, it's actually starting to get darker, surprisingly, when you actually start coming across what looks like a wagon that's been covered up with a giant tarp. You see a big animal that's kind of out in the rain, and you might even see like a little light underneath the tarp.
I feel like we should talk to whoever is there. However, I don't think that the wisest advice would be for me to be the person talking to them.
No, I agree. I would be happy to try and talk to them.
All right. Let's go see who's in this.
Okay, so you get closer.
Yeah.
So as you get closer, you get a look at the creatures out there. It's a big, muscular thing. It's reminiscent of an ox, like big, huge eyes, horns that kind of curl around. You can see its legs are folded in a strange way because it has 6 of them. Looks up, kind of goes, gives you a look.
Baby. Can I try to pet it?
If you would like.
Watch
That
it.
is
This
a-
is how I die.
Oh my god.
I approach it the same way that someone would approach like a little puppy. So like, oh, babe, like that.
That's.
So
I don't know why you're expecting me to do smart stuff.
it opens
I'm
its eye.
not.
It looks as you get closer. It has like these big yellow eyes. Actually looks like flat teeth, but also like some fangs. Kind of like a flattish face. I guess roll just roll a fancy check. D20 and add your fancy modifier.
My fantasy modifier is 0. I got a 12.
It was
12.
so
Is
funny
12
to read
enough for me not to get killed?
So you get closer and it goes.
Oh.
it.
Can I try to let it sniff the hand that is not cyborg hand to kind of like get used to? You know how you do with
Yeah,
animals.
so you put up there and doesn't seem like it trusts you yet.
Do we have food? Can we give food to the baby? And I'm just wait, I had food in my bag. Yeah. What food do I have in my bag? Can I try to feed it?
So about this time, you see a head pop out from underneath the
Mhm.
tarp, because this was a covered wagon. It was, hello? What? Why are you out in the rain? What are you doing?
Can we feed the baby?
We don't have a place to go.
No, you can't. I just met you. You want to feed? You want to feed my beast? I just met you. No, get away. Don't
It's
feed him.
cute.
Yes, I know that, but don't feed it.
Aww. I put my hand back in the bag with the food.
Scarlet has
It's
priorities.
Are you all
It's
just
a baby.
Are you all just out in the rain?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got lost on
got-
our way to Naratropolis. We need help.
Yeah,
We unfortunately were caught in a storm.
as you can tell.
Group
And we've
plotline
almost
check.
been
Group
What?
plotline check.
All of us?
Great.
Yep.
we've almost been
Okay.
struck by lightning. Just like that was a 5.
No,
Uh,
guys,
that's
I
an
got an
8.
odd one.
I got a freaking
Oh,
11.
God. I got an 8. Guys, I think we
That's a
I think we
6,
suck.
actually.
What are we
Okay, but
lying
like
to this
we
person
didn't
about?
even say
Yeah, we didn't say
lies.
anything.
Everything that we said was correct.
Is it?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are going to Naratropolis
Okay,
and
I'm
we are
gaslighting
lost.
myself into believing that that's not the case right now.
It is true.
So you are strangers that appeared in the middle of the night, or I guess not in the middle of the night, the middle of the evening in a giant thunderstorm. You're wet, you're bedraggled, you're all carrying weapons.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
guy looks and goes, maybe you guys stay outside.
Uh,
Do you know we can
why?
get shelter?
We'll see. And he kind of like he goes back under it and you see like this kind of like stick lift up a little bit and like it's wedged in the ground and it lifts the edge of the tarp up and you can actually see that there's 3 more people underneath there.
What the heck?
So there was one man, kind of an older gentleman, long blonde hair, sun-beaten face. There's a younger boy in there, probably about 13-ish, and then 2 other people, a female catfolk and a male dogkin.
I'm gonna say hi to the child specifically. Be like, hi.
Hey.
We're gonna have to play like a game of 3-card Monty to get in.
I'm happy.
You guys
Because again, canonically, I like children because I see myself in them.
Oh.
You
just
had to
phrase that
clarify.
differently.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so canonically, I understand the children are often abused and misunderstood in life, and I
Okay.
want to
I love how
nourish their independence and treat them as actual people instead of diminishing their autonomy, like
I love
what it
how
was done in the past to me.
V and I
Amazing.
both went, yeah. I
Yeah,
understand exactly. And the
exactly.
rest of you went, hmm.
I hope that explanation was better.
Yes. So you see the kid in there actually is holding you can't really tell what it is, but it's like this kind of like a very shallow bowl and there's like an orb of light coming from it so they can all see. It's not enough to really get a ton of detail on all the people, but you can, kind of make out their faces, some general expressions. And the lead man says, why don't you at least come sit at the edge here? We'll get you
Like,
out of
Okay.
the
sit at
little
the
bit.
edge.
It is greatly appreciated.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a little sketchy, I'm not gonna lie.
I understand.
Javi's
I
gonna
get it.
set her
Yeah.
staff like a little bit away from the group.
I think I had your staff.
No, I
She's
took it
gonna
away
take
from
it
you.
back.
It
Oh,
was
you
Scarlet.
took it-
Either of
oh,
you. Yeah.
yes. Okay, you
And
have
she's
it.
going to set it away from the caravan.
I agree with that
Lightning rod.
statement. I approve.
Oh
I am
Lightning
Scarlet and I
God.
approve of this message.
Lightning rod.
So you're sitting there and the rain's still going, and guy looks at you like, so why are you out here?
We were lost. That is exactly what
You-
happened.
Yeah, we're lost.
You didn't think to seek shelter in the rain.
The
There
problem
don't
is that
have
the
a
shelter
shelter.
that we could find simply was not enough to protect us. We do not have a wagon or any other coverings available to us, and thus it was sort of a game of finding a place to shelter and then running to the next place to shelter, yet none of those shelters were very effective at their goal.
We were supposed to be in like a very short trip, so that's why we weren't prepared to actually stay out for longer. And that's why we don't have like a wagon or a caravan or anything fancy like that.
And where are you going?
Naratropolis.
Metropolis.
Well, you're at least on the right path. Why?
Why? We are headed to Naratropolis?
Yeah.
Great question.
We're trying to look for our friend. We believe that she got lost and she's probably going into that same direction. I don't know if you have seen her. She's very, very tall, very friendly. If you saw her, she probably would have tried to make conversation or hug you. Her name is Daria. She's wearing armor.
He takes a second, looks at the others, and they all just kind of shake their heads. He's like, no one tried to hug me.
Ah.
She sounds cool though.
She is very
She is very
cool. We
cool.
miss her.
I am hoping to meet her.
She's cool. She'll hug you when she meets you.
Yep.
So how did you all get separated? You look like you're kind of tough folk.
I
A
mean, it's
tougher
a
folk
long.
came and separated us.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
the
great
short
way of
story.
putting it.
Without over explaining the situation, a tougher folk separated us.
Okay. The dog folk and the cat folk kind of are whispering to each other and kind of pointing, like back at their wagon a little bit, and they're kind of gesturing towards the main guy. And he sees it and he's kind of acknowledging it. He's like, he finally looks at you. So you the adventuring type?
That's us.
Yes.
Sounds like you got a problem.
No.
Do you? How long y'all been out here?
I have no concept of time, so
Most
I have
of
no idea.
in terms of being within the storm, most of the day. We have been traveling, I believe, a few days now.
You guys don't spend much time in the marketplaces, do you?
We do
No.
not.
So
Did something happen?
happened a bit ago. Basically, someone, and we're not really sure why, and we're not really sure how. We're not, we're traders. We don't really know, but there's these damn things called tariffs that got established, and now everything is more expensive. And I'm working with a group of people called the Penguinians. They live on an island just a little bit outside of Scriptoria. They're supposed to be sending stuff, but now everything costs so much more. There's a cart out there that, I'd have to pay a lot of money if the shipment actually got here because of these tariffs. And the Penguinians don't like it. I don't like it. We don't like it.
To help get
Can
this
if
through.
we give you guys some shelter, you guys, maybe that cart goes missing. Maybe it ends up somewhere else. You picking
I
up what I'm
love
putting down?
I love
Yeah,
when I play a
we can
fantasy
do
game
that.
and real world problems come into my fantasy game.
I
You can thank Yashi for that one.
Real world problems. What are
This
you talking about?
Yeah.
this is the result of me being
Why?
that is
bedridden.
literally Yashi.
You see. Okay,
I am
back in
down
character.
to helping. I don't know exactly how we would be able to help, but I'm down to help in any way that we can.
Basically, the shipment is on its way. If it gets to our store, we got to pay for it. If it goes missing and ends up somewhere else that, we don't know where it is, we don't have to pay for it. And then maybe all that stuff finds its way to us anyway. So we don't have to pay, we're pretty sure it's Scriptoria and whoever the hell's in charge there gets all the money.
Where do we know where this shipment is?
You guys have no idea. You've not seen any shipments.
Do you know if that's coming from Neutral? Like, is it something that we would find in our way?
So the guy thinks for a minute and says, well, so my place is in Scriptoria. It's coming from the Penguinian Island, which is north of here. So I can tell you roughly where the track it should be taking. It's coming from north of Neratropolis. So in theory, if you go a little further north, or maybe you time it right, you can meet up with the cart.
You
I'm
want
down.
us to steal.
No, because the thing is coming for him anyway. So if you think about it, they are rightfully his.
So the people who are stealing is the government.
Yeah, so we're stealing from the government. That's what I'm
Well, you're
getting
stealing
at.
from
So it's
whoever the
not
hell's in charge of
stealing.
Scriptoria.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's actually Robin Hooding.
I
Let's
don't know who that
go.
is.
I'm in.
Pudding?
We are
It is-
are taking things that the rich people in power do not need and giving it to the people that need it the most. That is not stealing.
Oh,
It's
Robin
distribution of
Hooding.
wealth.
I thought you said
It's
pudding
Robin.
for a second.
Who's Robin Pudding?
My accent did me dirty.
No, I'm just hungry.
Ooh, I'm also hungry.
Hi, Hungries.
Let's when we go to Scriptoria, can we get Neurotropolis? Can we get
Pudding?
yeah,
I would like
I thought you were
pudding.
lactose intolerant.
Yeah, wait.
pudding's made with milk?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kartik is like punching
Oh.
the air right now.
Man.
The other cat
Is
folk
that
is
why
like,
you
"How did he
your
not know
belly
that?"
always
How
hurts
did
when
you
you eat
not know
pudding?
that? Yeah, isn't that normal?
No. Is this the same thing that one time that you told me that you were eating an apple and you didn't like it because it was spicy, Kartik?
That's true, by the way.
I think you have a lot of allergies, Kartik.
I,
Spicy.
you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Spicy.
I don't know how to explain this, but hey, let's help this person. Let's steal from the government
let's
and
help this person.
let's not try to kill each other on the way, right?
Please.
How do we do that? That's crazy.
Are we at this point, like, inside, like, sitting with
He
them,
just
or
kind of
are
lets
we
you scoot
still...
under the
Okay.
tent
The
a little more.
tent, yeah.
So
Okay,
you're
good.
more or less out of the rain.
I want to try to make conversation with the little boy.
Okay, what do you say?
Hi, what's your name?
Hey, I'm Rufus.
My name is
Oh my
Scarlett.
god.
Hey,
I like your lights. I think it's cool.
I like your techie stuff.
Thank you. I
Yes.
had...
Bless you.
Are you glitching?
I'm sorry. I'm allergic to rain.
That's weird.
It's part of being organic. I used to have cooler, shaky stuff, but some bad people stole it from me. I used
That's
to have
not
an eye
cool.
here. Look,
Oh, is that what the
there's like
scar
a
is?
scar. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
was cool
cool.
because it would like open and it was a pink eye, and I would see like a telescope.
Wait, you don't still have that?
No, they got stolen by also bad people, like the government.
Oh, we saw someone else who had something like that.
Oh, really?
Oh no.
What
Then
did
I
they
start
look?
getting like very nervous. Even like, really, were they like a nice person? How were
They didn't
they?
really talk to us. They just kind of kept
Oh,
going. They looked at us and we saw the eye thing do its
oh,
whatchamacallit, and then they
They
just
look
kept
like
going.
me.
Did they?
oh. Did they look?
You
Yeah, I
know, they
point
kind of
at Kavi.
did.
Did
Oh
they?
no.
Do they
Did
have a
they
cat?
like?
Are you
Were they like
fucking
mean to
kidding?
you in any way? Did they pay any attention to
No,
you?
they just kind of ignored us.
Okay,
That is a relief.
They have
that
a
is
cat
interesting
tail.
to know. Okay, well,
Yeah, it was a cattail. It was really weird. I've never seen a person with a
Kavi, give me
cattail.
your staff. Kavi, give me your staff.
Kartik, why?
give me your staff.
Is he killing himself?
No.
Kavi just points out to the staff in the rain.
Yeah, the stuff is not even inside the thing with us.
I'm gonna go get the staff.
The lightning rod.
Why?
I'm thinking.
Very curious where this is going.
Yeah, I'm
Same.
so...
Keep going.
Okay, okay.
I'm scavenging. I'm gonna
You're scavenging.
I'm thinking of something.
What? Oh my god, you're scavenging in your own brain.
Yes.
Yeah, they walked past us and they just kept going. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen them. I don't know what happened to them.
That is
it might
a
have been
good
cool to hang
thing.
out with. They had like this keyboard, and I wanted to play with it, but they wouldn't talk to me.
Oh, he has a keyboard too. Maybe you can play with
Got
that
a
one. And I point at
keyboard?
Kartik.
Oh,
Tim.
that's cool.
Tim, can I swap my keyboard out for the other one while they're talking about this right now?
Yeah,
The black with green letters.
sure.
I'm so
Cool.
curious
Thank
about
you.
where this
Is
going.
it glowing or anything right now? Is anything happening?
That's not glowing.
Okay, can I take the knife that I had in my pocket and can I tape it to the staff? The knife is metal, right?
I think it's technically called the carbon knife. So
Ah, damn it. Okay.
I mean, the staff is
it
it's metallic. I mean,
I have a sword. Do you want my sword?
Yeah, is a sword metallic or is it a carbon sword?
I think it says carbon.
It's a
Damn
carbon
it.
sword.
I have a knife that just says, well, no, do I have a knife? No, I'm just proficient with a knife. Yeah, everything is carbon, huh?
Man,
Yeah.
it's like they thought about a lightning storm, huh?
They thought about all.
When was
I
all
have
of this carbon? I don't
coins.
remember it
Coins
being
are
carbon.
metal. In theory, if I give you a couple of coins, does it work?
Hey, what's that guy doing? Why is he out there with a pole? That's weird.
I think he is trying to create something.
Thinking.
I go and offer him some coins because they're metal.
I grab the coins. Tim, can I?
Just
Is there
a
anything?
couple of coins, not
Can I,
all
like-
of it. Don't get any
What are you
ideas.
doing?
Can I like? Is there like anything for me to like tie
He's
the
trying to
coins
get a lightning rod.
to the?
rod, I
Yeah,
think.
pretty much. Is there anywhere that I can like tie the coins to this like staff? Is that even possible? Can I do that?
I mean, I'm sure you could like fashion a way to like stick them on there, but why are you trying to create a lightning rod?
Because if we get like blindsided by a random attack from this person, I'm gonna throw the staff at it, which is metal, and attract the lightning to this person, and maybe give us like a minute to run away.
I like trying to command the weather to attack the adversary because we clearly are very weak and we wouldn't stand a chance.
We don't even have any armor anymore.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Damn
Yeah, I'm not good at close
But look how
range
fly
either.
you look.
I do,
Bless
yeah.
I mean, y'all are pretty cool.
Yeah. Is there any metal in this wagon?
I
I'm
mean,
not
you
even gonna
are
ask.
wearing three belts. I'm pretty sure you can use one of the belts to tie the things.
Oh
Do
yeah,
you
that's
need
that's
all
fine.
three of the belts?
I'll use one of
Are
the
you
belts,
like
I
Jeremy
guess.
who
But
uses two belts?
I want to see if there's any more metal in this wagon.
So you just start rooting through this guy's stuff.
Don't do that.
Should
That's
I
rude.
ask? Should I
Maybe
ask
should
before?
ask.
Fine. I guess I'll ask a little bit. I'll be like, hey, do you got any like metal stuff? You got a lightning rod chilling anywhere?
No, we don't usually run into stuff like this. It's the lightning's really not that bad. You guys had problems with lightning? We haven't even seen it strike near us.
Almost have been struck twice.
Twice. Just twice.
Just twice.
If
Only
lightning
twice.
hits a lightning rod, the lightning rod doesn't get destroyed, right?
No,
Yeah,
I
it
believe the
does.
I think the lightning
Yeah.
rod is designed to like, doesn't it like channel it through? Because like you have
yes.
lightning
This is not
rods on
designed
top of
to
houses.
do that.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is not designed to do that. So I can't even test if this is gonna do anything.
I mean, go for it.
No, it's gonna destroy the staff. It's gonna melt.
I mean, I'm just gonna throw out there that you're talking about just having a lightning rod sitting around.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I feel like that's more dangerous.
It's in the ground.
That
It's fine.
You're playing Don't Starve right now in your brain.
Yeah. I'm thinking like, what can I what can I like what obscure item do I need to like sit next to this wagon and like could connect this thing
I
together?
appreciate your MacGyverness.
Thank you. I think it's fine as long as it's sitting on the ground really low and like whatever. Because the wagon is it in a clearing or is there a bunch of trees?
There's some trees nearby to block a little bit of the wind, but it's pretty open.
Okay, I think we're okay. I think we're fine.
We do not even know if the adversary is nearby.
I mean,
and they
Well, remember we can't go to bed.
yeah. I mean, like it's.
What do you mean you can't go to bed? You guys just stay up all night? That's so
Um,
cool. I want to stay up all
No,
night.
it is not
No.
cool. It is
So-
not cool to stay up all night.
So
Oh.
it is a problem because have you ever heard of a dream walker?
No, that sounds cool.
Yeah, well, it's cool when you are a dream walker, but when you have a dream walker trying to get you,
Yeah,
like get you,
yeah.
then
I'm
it's a
adding
problem
going.
because then they can know where you are, and we're trying to hide from the dream walker.
Which means we cannot sleep. Which is a problem.
I mean,
I'm
technically,
really
Vesper, you
tired.
can sleep. You were not haunted in your dreams.
Yeah.
But...
No, but
I'm
So
so
you see the dog folk
exhausted.
kind of lean over and whisper to the main human guy, I don't know about these guys anymore.
we should
You know what else we have seen? We have seen cool magic shops that have magical snow globes, and I started like just kind of like talking about other cool shit that is non-harmful, just so to hopefully appease a little bit of like
You talking about the shady
the
ass pawn
adults.
shop?
Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
exactly about the shitty ass pawn shop.
Oh, I never seen
Oh
one
my.
of those
Have you ever seen a snow globe?
No.
It's like this sphere that
That's in
has
Scriptoria.
like
That's where we're going.
something.
That's where we're from. I gotta find that place. What's it called?
It's what's the name of the shitty ass pawn shop?
I honestly don't remember if we even named it.
I hope it's called Shitty Ass Pawn Shop. I hope that's the name
You
that's
I
have
did
on the
not
so that
expect
sign.
it to come back, so I don't think I
that
named it.
is
Hold on.
that is why it's so important, because you actually can only find it if you're looking for it, and you know that you have arrived. And I kind of describe how it is outside because I forgot the name, I guess, canonically, and describe the dog folk that was there. And it's like this is the person
No,
that
there
guards
was
all
just a
the
regular
snow
guy at the
Oh,
globes.
pawn
thank
shop.
God. I was about to say if it's a
Oh,
dog,
okay.
if
I
it's
was
a
like,
dog
this
folk,
this guy?
is it yeah, I was about to be
Oh,
like, is
I'm
it
talking
this
about
guy?
like the one from like season like 0.
Yeah.
I thought it was
You're
the
talking
one
about
that Taria got the snow globe from forever
okay.
ago before we went to prison and
I thought you were
everything.
talking about the pawn shop in
Oh
Scriptoria,
no,
where you got ripped
not the
off.
sketchy one. No, I'm
Okay,
talking
yes, there
about the
was a
one that
dog
was
folk there.
more wholesome and just kind of like explain all the like souvenirs that the guy had.
That better not be
Okay.
this guy.
It's not.
I mean, it's really cool. I'm
Okay.
just talking about it in the coolest possible way.
That's true.
Should I be taking advantage of the fact that I am not being haunted and take a nap so that at least one of us doesn't have disadvantage?
Yeah.
All right, Vesper's gonna rest.
So I mean, it's not that late, but I mean, if you want, so you take a short rest, but you haven't expended anything. It's probably it'd be like you'd be having like a late dinner right about now.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're gonna wait out the storm, it might be worth sleeping during the actual rain rather than when we could be mobile.
So there's not a ton of room here, so everyone would have to kind of rearrange if people wanted to sleep.
I don't know if Vesper really needs to sleep more than just sitting.
Okay.
Like she could just kind of sit, like against the back and just do a.
Okay. So they they kind of make room for you, and you just take a rest.
Yeah, she's saying like she almost looks like she's a bit powered down, like clearly like taking a break from all the technology running through her constantly.
I
So
keep making conversation with the little boy.
so if we
So you guys
steal,
don't sleep at all? Never
It's
slept? That's so cool.
no. This would be the first night that we don't sleep. So actually I'm very nervous about it and you're giving me courage to do it.
Ah, I want to be an adventurer. That'd
Oh,
be
maybe
cool.
one day.
He leans in real close. He at this point he's kind of switched places with the older gentleman who you think
Guys, I have a
might be
friend.
his father, could be his uncle. And there's kind of the dog folk and the cat folk and the human are kind of talking with each other. And he leans to us. Have you killed people?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna just look at him and be like, the bad guys.
No, come on. No.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I'm from Neratropolis.
Oh, we were just there. Have you
And we're
been there lately?
I haven't. I don't know how it looks like. You were there. How does it look like?
It's really weird. Like the people are my my dad says that this I don't remember what the word he used was, but there's this group in charge and they're super weird and there's this place with all these lights and games and people want to ride. It's so weird. I don't know. And they wouldn't let me in there because I'm a kid. But there's this statue in the back of this guy, and I wanted to go in there, wouldn't let me.
Like a
I will
casino?
find the bad guy. We will find the bad guy. Don't worry about it.
What was it? What wasn't the bad guy? It was just all they wore like these roads and I didn't get it, and it seemed to, I don't know, it seemed like they were going to church, but I don't know.
Okay, that is good information. I will be prepared. Thank you. You are giving me good intel. That is number one rule of adventuring, and you are already mastering it.
I'm gonna
And
be
high
such a
five.
kick-ass adventurer. Oh, shit.
Oh,
He's so
I
cute.
love this kid so much. My best friend forever now.
I love how you can communicate perfectly with children, but adults,
Yeah.
Out the
That's
window.
the bit that I
I
haven't
know
been
it's
able
really
to
good.
actually do.
I'm
Uh,
saying your bit is good.
So
I don't have. I wish I had like a little souvenir or something to give him.
So at this point,
as
you are
a
noticing that the
memory.
rain is starting to let up a bit. And, it's still raining, but it's not raining hard. Like the wind is really kind of given, and the thunder you still hear in the distance, but it's just moving progressively further and further away. It does seem like the worst of this storm is gone, and just kind of a gentle, casual rain at this point.
I'm clutching the staff with like the coins attached to it and the belt and everything on it. That's it. I'm just holding
Okay.
it.
You're
Just
just
holding it.
holding it.
Yeah, I'm just
Why are you
clutching
holding
it.
it? You
I'm
know,
clutching it
you know that like if the
this.
lightning comes, it's going to go through it, and it's actually going to hit you too. You will be electrocuted. The whole point of having a lightning rod is that you put it where you are, but slightly away, so you're not touching it or anything. So that way, if a like light lightning is going to come to where you are, it gets directed instead and attracted to the lightning rod.
Yeah, but how will
So if
I?
you're holding it, you're going to get electrocuted like as if you were just being like, "Hey, Mr. Lightning, I'm here."
How will I? How will I throw this when the bad people come? If I have to keep it away from me.
I mean, I would prefer that we don't throw my staff just because I kind of need
It's
it.
metal.
I understand that it's metal. However, do you want me to be unarmed, Karthik?
You have arms. They're gonna come and they're gonna take your arms.
I'm not
Honestly,
techno-organic.
basically the adversary already took my arm or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Unlike Scarlet, I'm armed. So please.
uh, I'm like reluctantly giving it back to you, and it's like when people like don't want to do a transaction, they're holding the money, and they're like really holding on to it. I'm like I'm holding on to it.
You will die on that hill.
Is lightning gonna hit us? Do I need to roll a D100?
No, the majority of the storm has passed.
Oh,
No,
okay.
don't say that.
I
want my
literally
plan
just
to
said
work.
that. I said that
You
like a
did just
minute
say that.
ago.
I want my plan to work. I know you already said it, but
Coffee is just kind of like pulling at the staff and then rips it away from it. It was a good plan while it lasted. You did good. Good job.
thank
Did you need to hear that today?
I scratch his ear.
I'm very proud of you.
The little kid leans over Sky and goes,
Oh
boyfriend's
my.
pretty smart.
What? What did he say?
Said your boyfriend's pretty smart.
He's not my boyfriend, and I
Oh.
scream that very loudly and get
Oh,
very
I'm
red.
sorry. I thought.
Who's your boyfriend?
No one, because I don't have a boyfriend, Kartik.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I just thought you guys kind of
Oh.
seemed like you were. Sorry.
We what? We seem like what?
So-
What? What is it?
So,
What?
so you single?
Why is
And
that
the
an
boy's
actual
father-
interaction that I have actually had with a little boy, and then I had to explain to the little boy, I'm way too old.
The guy, the kid's father reaches over, just like smacks him. And goes, don't ask
Oh
that.
no.
No, don't hit him.
It was like a shove. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you stupid kid.
Yeah.
You will find an adventurer that is age appropriate for you one day, I promise. And if I find someone in Naratropolis, I will direct her your way, or him, or whoever you prefer.
Okay, thanks. Send me in Scriptoria.
I will tell them to look for Scriptoria, look for Rufus.
Coffee is just kind of baffled, and she just kind of, I don't know, she just looks over at all of you, and she's like, the rain's dying down.
Probably start going then.
Someone's gonna have to wake me up.
So
Oh
the
shit,
the
Vesper's
guy
still
the guy
asleep.
hears you and goes, "Are you all gonna keep you're gonna go?"
But it's night, right?
I mean, it'd probably be about like 8 p.m. at this point.
Didn't we, when we were going to the cave and everything, had decided that we weren't going to travel at night, and that was the whole point of everything?
So you didn't want to travel at night because it's harder to
Oh.
see, but
Yeah.
then you decided you should travel, or because it'd be harder for the adversary to find you. But then you decided you should travel at night because you are under the belief that the adversary can track you through your dreams and have convinced everyone else that it can do the same.
Well, I definitely do not want the adversary finding this spot with these people because these people could get hurt.
They already
It
did.
seems like the adversary is not hurting anyone that is not us, and I'm not going to like jeopardize that.
Yeah, you don't want to associate us with them, and thus they would be hurt.
Yeah.
But they already also found this place. So
No, the
How
kid said
far?
that they said that he saw the adversary like a day or two ago.
Yeah. How far?
Oh
Can I
shoot.
ask them how far Neurotropolis is from here? Is it still like a day's
They think
travel?
about it and guys like they believe that probably it'd be a little bit less than a day's walk. You know, it's hard for them because they've been riding in a cart, which moves faster.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, are not going in that direction. Otherwise, they might have given you a lift.
Damn. I don't know. What do you guys think?
So I will remind you that if you go into the next day without having rested, you will be at disadvantage.
I will choose not to rest, and I will take the disadvantage because I will not get it in my conscience to put that boy in danger.
Yeah, I think I'm doing
Well,
the
I
same.
mean, you have time if you want, you have time to go seek another place and sleep still. Like you
Okay, yeah,
don't,
we
it's
can
not
do
just
that.
Yeah.
you go or you stay.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
like we
okay.
could
No,
go find
I
another place to
like the
sleep.
idea of going somewhere else and sleep there, away from them, to not put them in
Yeah.
Okay.
danger.
So do you communicate this to the group then?
Yeah, I honestly communicated to the kid.
Yeah. Well, obviously the guy is listening. He's all right. So
And
we
they
still have a
listened.
deal. You gonna get my stuff from the
Yeah.
Penguinians?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
how
yeah,
do
yeah.
we make sure that he reaches you?
Send it to, and he takes out a piece of paper and he writes down kind of like a general place on the edge of Scriptoria. Like he has kind of like a vague map drawn of the area of Scriptoria, and he's like, take it here. I'll find someone to meet you there, and we'll get it from you.
Do we have like a, how do we know it's the right like packaging, the right card? Do you have like a list of more or less the things that are there? Or like, are they going to be labeled with a name? Or like, what if we find a card that was just meant to be for someone else and then we get you the wrong items?
Well, I don't think the Penguinians are dealing with anyone else in Scriptoria at the moment, but
Okay.
I can get you a general list of what to expect in the shipment.
Okay. That works. Thank you.
So
Yeah,
we got a deal.
we got a deal.
Yes.
We got a
Okay.
deal.
We're
Bad
gonna be Robin
government.
Hood.
Can I
We don't
trust you?
like the tariffs.
Trust
I
us.
mean, I will say
it's
yes,
in my
but
name. Well, no, it isn't. But you could trust us.
It's in your name.
Someone roll me
Yeah.
a plot line check.
Oh no.
I haven't
Like,
said
we
anything,
are
so I
not,
probably shouldn't be the one
we
doing
are
it.
not lying.
I have a -1.
I got a
plot line.
14.
Somebody else do this.
Like, all right, I'm gonna trust you. I want to see my stuff.
All
And he
right.
thinks, and the catfolk kind of reaches up and like swats him on the leg. Make it easier for him. And he's like, all right, fine. And he reaches up into the cart and rummages around from it, and then he pulls out this. And to him, it's big. Scarlet, who's a little bit taller than him, it's not as big. Big, heavy, two-handed sword, and hands it to Scarlet. And goes, Maybe this will help. None of us can use it.
Thank
Hopefully it helps you.
I
S-
will use this to recover
You
your
did have a
goods
lightning
and take
rod.
them from the government.
so it's in the inventory now. It's the lead sword. It is a two-handed sword. It's big and heavy, so you cannot use a shield if you ever got a shield.
I was gonna say I haven't got a shield so far.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe they did have a lightning rod. I'm so.
oh my God,
Should have
Kartik!
asked.
I thought I did ask about the lightning rod.
He
Oh,
But
but
did.
you
it's
asked
not
about
a-
that lightning rod, not about a sword.
Yeah, but not about a sword.
So you were just rummaging around with a pipe and like some coins in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mud.
much.
He
Yeah,
didn't want
pretty
to give you a
much.
sword.
Yeah.
Can I just? Does anyone like in here need a sword? Like, can I give one of you guys my carbon sword?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, the carbon sword? Oh,
Yeah.
they need. Oh,
We all got
Yeah.
weapons. We're good.
Okay.
All
Wait,
right.
Kartik, do you want the carbon sword? No?
I don't remember if Kartik is proficient in
Are
swords or
you
not.
proficient?
no,
No.
I'm bow and knife.
Who's proficient?
No one but
And
you.
Just me.
Medium,
You.
but I don't know what medium means.
Can
That's armor.
Can I go
Armor proficiency.
can I go to like the uncle slash parent of the kid and take him aside and then ask him if I can give the kid my sword?
Oh
You
my
want to give a
God.
13-year-old boy a sword?
I think he should start learning how to defend himself, and he's old enough and he seems very capable.
Roll another plotline check.
Cute.
It's
That's
all
just
about
be a nat 20.
giving kids the autonomy they deserve and not treat like lesser humans because they're kids. What is the
Plotline.
roll? I got a 13 and I want to use my creativity points to add 2 to it.
So 15.
So 15. 5, 4, 3. Yeah. And the way that I am creatively doing it is that like I'm explaining, hey, like you guys, it's common sense, it's not even creativity. You are traveling, you are all armed. The kid is not a 5-year-old. I think he should be capable of defending himself because worst comes to worst, he can at least, like fend for himself if something happens.
So as you're saying this, you're cool. He's like peeking around you, and the guy goes, fine. He goes,
Yeah.
and he gives
I'll
you like
give
a
him
big
my
hug
sword.
around your waist.
Oh. I like ruffle his hair a little bit.
So he takes it and he's trying to figure out how to strap it on. And he like puts it on his back. And he's like, yeah, like, cool. And he tries to like sit down, but then it's like pointing in the ground. He can't like, figure out how to sit. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna stand.
It's so cute.
I love Rufus.
All right, so you leave then?
Yeah.
Okay,
we
so
all
are we just traveling, or are we looking for somewhere to stay?
Looking for somewhere to stay, right?
Yeah.
Okay, proofreading check from someone.
I
Not
think
me.
I got it.
Not me.
Is anyone going to assist?
I can assist.
I feel like I should not have to remind you guys of this at this point, but
Thank you, but we need it because we're gonna forget.
Yeah.
What does an assist do?
We're not as bright.
you're no longer at disadvantage because the rain is not bad, so it would have been a regular roll. But with Vesper's assistance, because she's kind of helping look around, you can roll at advantage for proofreading.
Hey, I needed that. They were
Mhm.
both 2.
Oh my God!
4 actually, because it's plus 2.
Oh, that makes it so much better.
That
I
fixes
agree.
everything.
Kavi, you were just kind of distracted thinking about how you had been not necessarily warm, but you were dry under that tarp, and you're like every time you start to look for something, you keep thinking about how it wasn't really comfy, but you're really sitting, and you're pretty sure you might have a blister, and you're just a little too distracted. You notice nothing.
Hey guys, it was really warm back there.
Yeah, but we can't put them in danger.
Yeah, that's true.
And like, if we don't sleep, if we want to stay there, we would have to not sleep. And if we don't sleep, then it could also be bad for us because if the adversary finds us
But
anywhere
like,
and
what
we're going
if
to
what
not
if the
rest.
adversary finds us, right? And like, we have extra people there to help
Yeah,
us.
and they're going to get killed.
No, they're not gonna get killed because we're gonna be there.
No,
I-
because we're going to be killed. Are you're thinking we can take the adversary? We cannot take the adversary.
Yeah, because it's just
I
us
got
at
one.
the end of the
I
day,
got
right?
one of the adversary's arrows in me, and I almost died with
Sounds
one
rough.
single
true.
arrow.
I think it hit you for like
Sounds rough.
17 points or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was half of my entire hit points.
Then we just make sure they don't use their arrows.
No,
That does not seem like the solution. I do believe finding a new shelter is
yes.
positive.
See, listen
So
to Vesper.
you've been
They're
walking for probably
scout, they
about an
know.
hour or so now, and you've all probably at this point realized that Kavi has not found anything, or is not really even looking, just kind of walking around.
Can I do one to see if I can see
Sure.
anything? I might need an assist.
I can help.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'll help.
Oh, well,
because
that's a
I'm...
nat 20.
Oh, hell
Okay.
yeah!
I don't need an
Creativity
assist.
point.
That's what's up.
Woo!
Creativity point for Vesper.
Heck
First
yeah.
creativity point
Oh
for
my
Vesper.
No, she got one
No,
last
I
time.
have,
Oh.
yeah.
Sad.
So
'Cause I got-
walking around and
Well,
I
take
got a
away
nat
my
20.
I'll take away my congratulation.
Oh.
and it because it's dark out, it still takes a while, and these are kind of well-traveled paths. Like the province of Scriptoria and the province of Neurotropolis have been established for a long time. So pathways have been forged through here for many a generation, and people have worked to kind of build places for people to stay. And what you eventually come across is at first it looks like a hill, but as you come around to the back, it actually looks like it's kind of over the years kind of been dug away. So it's not necessarily like a cave, but it has like an overlay above you and like just enough on the side that you can kind of get back in it. I maybe called like a nook or something like that.
Yeah.
So you can at least get out of the elements. If you wanted to try to light a fire there, there's enough cover from any other rain that you'd be fine. But a strong wind might still blow at places.
Yeah.
But it's enough that you can get out of the rain and have some cover.
Yeah. I
Good
mean,
enough.
I'll leave them there.
Okay. So everyone kind of settles in.
I asked the group, I'm like, would you, I should say, like me to try and stay up? That is why I rested, because I know you are concerned about the adversary finding us. And if you have someone keeping an eye out, then it might be safer. And because
So-
I have slept, I may be
Is-
able to buy it
is
back.
So
there a way
Vesper,
to-
you did not sleep enough that you will require no sleep tonight. You were
Yeah.
not with those people for that long.
No,
I was gonna
but
say,
I can at least keep an eye out for some of it.
Yeah.
Is there a way, since Vesper got half rest, that they get another half rest
Mhm.
again, and then
Yeah.
they just
Yeah, that's the plan. They will
and that would, but like, would that be complete rest?
we will count it as a complete rest because
Yeah.
it's the equivalent of like taking a watch partway through your sleep.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I will try to fall asleep with like the sword in my hands or something. You know, like how people sleep with like weapons under their pillow and stuff,
Mhm.
very, very unsafely. Very kind of like that, prepared. Which, by the way, I would want to think that because of being in prison and because of all the uncertainty of everything, Scarlet, and if not all of us, would have very light sleep because we have to be very alert of a lot of things.
Yep.
So I think it'll make sense that we're like, if something happens.
I'm very scared.
Same.
You also have to remember that you spent the entire day trekking through storms that you were pretty close to physical exhaustion. But yes,
Yeah.
that initial sleep is probably going to be heavy. So Vesper, you kind of sit a little further out as everyone else kind of nestles back, closes their eyes, snuggles up. Roll me another proofreading check to see, what you see during your watch.
The 16.
16. The majority of the night passes uneventfully. You do spot a couple critters running about here or there. Nothing that looks even remotely humanoid.
Passes. Okay.
Yeah. So you're in, as far as you can tell, you are in no danger.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stay up for about as long as I can and then
Okay.
get the rest of my sleep.
So you fall asleep, pretty. I wouldn't say that the sun is coming up yet, but you can probably just start to see the first inkling of it passing.
Mm-hmm.
So you fall asleep, get a couple hours sleep, and everyone kind of wakes up in the morning, tired, cold, still pretty soggy and wet.
Did any of us get any dreams?
No dreams.
Okay. Seems good. Seems safe.
So, no adversary?
Muted.
I'm not muted. I think it was just really quiet. Sorry. Hey, Kavi, are dreamwalkers real?
Are you asking me if I've dealt or studied about them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop joking that I went to discount magic school. No, I've never researched about dreamwalkers. In fact, this is the first time I've ever heard about it.
Hey, Scarlet,
So
I
actually,
didn't get
Kavi,
an,
roll me a spelling check.
I didn't get
Oh,
any
fuck.
dreams. Is this?
I
Is
feel like not
it-
getting
is
dreams
it
is good,
real?
Kartik. I did get like can I describe the dream that I had again with the adversary? I think it was just basically that
Yeah,
we
what did
were
Kavi get?
oh
A
my god.
5.
Nope,
Oh.
everything you said was factually correct. You've never heard of that or never
Oh,
my
researched it.
no.
Can I roll for knowledge on dreamwalkers?
No.
From like not a studying perspective, but a urban legend perspective.
Okay.
I
Roll
love this.
me
I love this so
a
much.
I
a
can convince
brainstorm
you that I
check.
know about this thing. If I can convince you, would
Yeah,
it
you
count
can
for a
convince me
creativity
very
point?
easily.
Well, so
No,
are you
Tim.
trying to? So I
Oh.
guess are you trying to remember something, or are you trying to convince Kartik that they
No,
are
no, no.
real?
I'm trying to remember some actual factual information that I would have listened to because I was in the military, and one of the things that people that are like taken away from their houses, and like being put together for long periods of time do is
Mhm.
talk shit.
Oh
And a
yeah,
lot
no,
of the
I've
shit that is talk is urban legends and all of those kinds of stories. So that is where I would draw the
okay.
knowledge from.
Roll me a brainstorm check.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, it absolutely sucked. I got a 4.
It's too goddamn early to be thinking about things like that,
Okay.
and you're
I'm
still waking up,
sorry.
and you have no memory of anything like that.
I'll just say I've heard about them,
Okay.
but
Okay.
you're even if I have no memory, I'll tell him I've heard about them. Like they seem like something that I know I've heard about before. I am too tired. I didn't sleep well. Ask me after like eating or something.
I'm sorry. I didn't get any
No,
dreams. I
no,
want to
but like,
know. I
but
want to
don't be
know.
sorry. Don't be sorry. I'm just responding to you normally. I'm just
Okay.
telling you I'm
Okay.
tired.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it. I
Okay.
wish I
Okay.
had more information to give you, and I start to get all nervous.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh my god.
Coffee nudged Vesper and she's like, I think they're in love.
Yeah, I think the boy was right.
Me too.
I
This is how
guess
love works,
we are
right?
both just like, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm
No, what do
sorry.
you
No,
mean? No,
I'm
but like,
sorry.
don't be
No, but
sorry.
I'm
Vesper's
But
leaning.
I'm just telling you that I'm just like, just yeah.
Vesper's leaning over like to Kavi and is like, they fight like an old married couple.
That they
I
do,
was
you're so
Oh.
right.
not going to say it, but
No, you're right. Like, I was thinking the same thing too, but I didn't want to be rude. But
that's
like,
exactly, yeah.
we should have said it when it was raining, because then they wouldn't hear it, and then they'd pretty much
What are you
gaslight
guys
themselves.
talking
No,
about right
no,
there?
they are so consumed with speaking to each other that they do not hear any of this.
They would pretty much gaslight themselves into like thinking that we said something that about them, but they don't know it. They can't prove it, and we can just deny it.
Yeah, that would make sense. It
Yeah.
seems that
My
they are not paying
God.
attention now, so
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. No, you're
No,
sorry.
I'm
No, I'm
sorry.
sorry.
No,
No, but
I'm
don't
sorry.
say
No,
that you're
but
sorry.
As they
I'm
continue to argue, I
sorry. I'm
assume
sorry.
Vesper and Kavi kind of lift them up and kind of escort them out of the nook or burrow, or whatever you want to call it. And you guys continue on. The sun is out. It's a
Yep.
nice day. Um,
Ah, thank goodness.
yeah, someone roll me a d20.
I
Nope.
will.
Oh, okay.
I've been
No,
rolling
I
really
will.
bad. Oh, I got a 19. First
Okay.
decent roll, I think. Oh, second decent roll in the whole session.
So you're headed towards Neretropolis, and you do see this group headed towards you, kind of coming, like, looks like they're coming from Neretropolis, and they're getting closer and closer. And then they do notice that Vesper has a bow and arrow. Scarlet has a giant ass sword on her back. Kartik, kind of playing with the claws maybe. And they do make a little bit of a detour.
Do they have a caravan?
Nope, they're just a group of guys.
Okay.
Oh.
But
So
if they're coming from Naratropolis, I'm guessing like if we're seeing more and more people, probably we are closer.
presumably, do you keep going or do you try to interact with those people?
I
Okay,
want
I
to
can't
keep
tell what you
going.
want to do. Okay.
Yeah, I
I
wanna
want
keep
to
going.
reach the
Yeah, we want to
place.
get to Neretropolis.
So as you keep going, you realize that those people did not necessarily come from Neretropolis, because as you're getting closer, there's a setup of, looks like, battlements, and you have to start kind of being careful about where you go and how you move, because you're starting to actually see soldiers milling about.
Oh
And
fuck, I
as
hate that.
it's set up just kind of in a way that you can get around. Like, you had to traverse pretty far west to get around it. But as you're going out, and you're heading back, you're kind of looking over your shoulder, and it's not necessarily, you realize that the setup was strange, because it's not necessarily built to keep people from getting in. It's more, looks like it's set to keep people from getting out.
Oh, what?
So, and
Okay.
you're kind of heading, it's almost like downhill towards this city, and you can see it. There's Looks like there's houses on the outside. The buildings get bigger and bigger and bigger. Then you do see this massive thing in the center, and it's kind of like I guess it'd be a very shallow U, and from far away you can't actually see, there does appear to be a statue, kind of like the kid had described.
Yeah.
It looks like a person. It's too far away. You can't get any details.
Does it look familiar at all?
Roll a brainstorming check for me.
Okay.
Good luck.
11.
It does not.
That's
It's
so weird.
As you're getting closer, you can kind of make out it's like this guy, and his hands reached up, and the best you can tell is kind of like some curly hair, kind of like a bigger nose. You can't really make out any of the features. It does look like he has maybe just like a long cloak on. Uh, but you do start seeing people milling about, and you are able to pick out some of the, like, kind of the whitish gray cloaks that the kid was talking about, and they do seem to be carrying themselves with a sense of purpose. But there are other people milling about, and from that big building in the center, you do see, like, kind of like flashes of light, which is interesting because it's middle of the day at this point, and there's something going on there. It's crazy. You're not quite sure what it is, but as you trudge down the hill and into the outskirts of the city, we'll find out next time.
Oh
Oh.
no!
So that's where we will pick up next time. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you at the forge.
See you at the
Bye.
forge.